Well, it will take about a week or so for Bernalillo County firefighters to determine what caused the massive tire fire on Albuquerque's far west mesa near Rio Puerco.
Yeah, it started yesterday on a piece of land that's had this fire threat looming for years. As you can see the smoke all over town. And this is something that News 13 uncovered in an investigation last year. Yesterday, Kim Holland asked why nothing was done to prevent this. The sky was choked with the black smoke as flames consumed the piles of tires on this property that belongs to a gentleman named A.B. Swanson here. The county estimates Mr. Swanson has at least 380,000 tires on his 40 acres. Swanson says he uses the tires for erosion control and says the county was fine with it originally. Well, the county denies that and says it's been trying to get Swanson to clean this up for years. It even took him to court, and the county environmental health manager has been working on a solution.
This needs to be a priority. Clearly, we've got a fire out there now. What has the county done in the last year to help remediate this problem?
Right. We sought grant funds, and we basically stayed in a legal position to go on the property and take the tires. And we also instructed Mr. Swanson on what he should do to remove the tires.
Unfortunately, that grant money was denied, and the county does not have $1 million hanging around to clean everything up. So it plans to attack the tire problem one small pile at a time. The county says it doesn't know how it's going to pay for that, but it says the county could simply pick up the tab, or it could put a lien on Swanson's property. That all still has to be worked out. Of course, we'll keep you updated. And we have continuing coverage of this story online, including Kim Holland's original on special assignment piece for the Bernalillo County Action Plan for the property owner and the follow-up to the cleanup, plus the unedited interview of the county environment manager explaining what he's done about the property in the past year. Again, all of that is at krqe.com right now. Well, a woman here in New Mexico, and frankly, pretty much all of us are breathing a little easier this morning after the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention confirms she does not have Ebola. The woman went to UNM Hospital last week with flu-like symptoms. She had just returned from teaching in Sierra Leone, where you know there's a big Ebola outbreak. Health officials say the woman did not have any known exposure to Ebola, but she was tested as precaution. All those tests came back negative. And the American doctor who did get Ebola says he is thrilled to be alive and is now out of the hospital. Dr. Kent Brantley left Emory University in Atlanta yesterday and no longer has the virus. Another American, Nancy Wrightball, who also had Ebola, left earlier in the week. Doctors say the two are doing well and neither is contagious.
Well, some New Mexico veterans are considering a lawsuit against the city of Roswell over how much it costs to have a person cremated.
The agreement with the city was every time we put somebody in these walls, there will be no charge.
The new veteran cemetery has a written agreement with the city saying it's free to entomb someone in the cremation wall, but Bert Elridge there says the city has gone back on its word and is now charging vets $300. Roswell's mayor says there's been a miscommunication and the problem is being fixed.
Still sorting it out. This is new. This is a new facility, it's new procedures.
The mayor says it's free to entomb remains inside the wall, but it is not free if the city has to provide any extra services. Well, people living in the metro area neighborhood that was recently taken over by authorities looking for a fugitive are speaking out now about the frightening ordeal.
Yeah, this after investigators shot the guy, then say he broke into not just one, but 2 homes before they captured him on Wednesday. The woman who lives in one of those homes at near Taylor Ranch and Golf Course says her dog was in the house when Trinidad Gallegos broke in and hid in the closet. The woman says the dog was not hurt and she wasn't allowed back into her home until a day later. That's yesterday. Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies say they had been staking out Gallegos' house on Hattiesburg a few streets over in connection with a killing back in May. Gallegos showed up about 2 in the afternoon. There was some kind of altercation between he and deputies. Shots were fired. Gallegos was hit, took off, leaving a trail of blood that led deputies straight to him.
Something that close to the house. Yeah, because my dog was right at the front door, so if they had aimed any closer this way, it would have been my dog or her dad or me, or even him who has a little 6-year-old son. Like, that's scary to think of.
Trinidad Gallegos is now facing murder charges in the death of Sergio Bickham, whose body was found in a tunnel near the Route 66 casino back in May. Well, the legal battle with the horse slaughterhouse in Roswell is back, even though the owner of the company no longer wants the plant. The Attorney General's office still wants an injunction against Valley Meat and recently filed a lengthy motion demanding the company provide more evidence in the case. The attorney for Valley Meat says it's a waste of time because the company no longer has plans to open as a horse slaughterhouse. Valley Meat is suing for damages, saying the Attorney General's office cost it $10 million in lost revenue. Well, if your kids need school supplies and you cannot afford them, listen up, this is for you. APS volunteers will be giving away everything from pencils and paper to notebooks and binders this weekend. They'll be all set up at Milne Stadium on Saturday from 8 in the morning until all the supplies are gone. Your best bet, get out there early if you need them.